We're here at the opening reception of Leonard Greco's Fairyland. Leonard has been working very hard for about the last year and a half. This is the debut of the largest body of his stuffed painting series. So he's actually painted and then sewn a multitude of pieces that we're debuting for the first time here at MOAH Cedar. MOAH Cedar is a community engagement space, so we're going to be having an artist talk and also an artist, a performance by an artist on March 16th.
Okay, well this is Fairyland, and this room is actually a single piece, an installation piece that is meant to be immersive. It's called Embodied, St. Anthony and the Desert of Tears. St. Anthony was actually a 3rd century early church father, and I've been playing upon the idea of temptation in the modern life and how he really was trying to avoid that and become removed from the world. And this is an illustration of that, essentially. So we'll have demons that are coming and tempting his piety. We have the cross, of course, and even his chair is infested with distraction, not dissimilar to how we were distracted by our cell phones and our news cycles and our endless distractions. And that's really pretty much it. Flaubert wrote a really beautiful work on this theme, and I've been inspired by that. And everything has a kind of marionette feeling to it, because Flaubert, when he was a boy, was inspired by a marionette of this very theme. So I've been trying to follow that up. So that's really pretty much it. And all the other paintings deal with similar existential conundrums that are very playful at the same time. It's supposed to be a pretty jolly show, and I hope it is.
Look, I see the eye of a painter in Leonard's work, in the way he uses the palette. Texture, color, this is not by accident. It's a really well thought out palette, and beautiful.
It is beautiful, and the mythology that's found in them, I'm sure he must be reading Greek mythology. I need to ask him about that, because they all have very suggestive titles. But the way the work is put together is just like the most fascinating thing, because like Samuel said about the color combinations, he has the eye of a painter, and then the incredible detail that goes in. It just draws your eye in, and you keep having more and more and more to appreciate and to look at. Yeah, they're fabulous. Like all his pieces, it's so original, and I love the one eye. It's a one-eyed bird, and I love that he didn't cut off the pieces of thread. It makes it much more real in the way the feathers are all askew and the leg is almost like a human foot. It's just so imaginative and original, like all of Leonard's work. I found Leonard on Facebook, and I showed my husband. I said, "This guy is an incredibly original artist." I started following him a couple years ago, and then I met him, and he's so nice, very talented, very original.
I'm Lisa Elgato. I'm an artist from Los Angeles, and I just love this show. It's whimsical and super serious at the same time, and it's amazing the amount of work that's in it.
I like it a lot. My eyes are kind of like drawn to all the paisleys and textures in there. Like each thing, like even the air and the bandages, everything has like a texture to it. I guess that's cool since there's the sculpture section of this in the other room, and you can kind of see those textures employed in like a real world way rather than just having to paint them all. So that's like a cool extension, I think.
It's interesting to look at the two-dimensional work. Like I can tell that he's coming from a standpoint of painting and sort of created these deep atmospheres within the two-dimensional surface, and then to have explored that then in the three-dimensional surface with the sculpture. I mean, it's really, it's such a richness. It really is a richness of texture and exploration of these kind of fantastical, mystical, almost religious ideologies. It's just really, it's really interesting.
It's just an amazing magical show, you know. I love everything that he does for a long time, and it's so fantastic to just come and see it all in a setup like a house, you know, in different rooms. I love his dolls, and I know he was sitting and working so hard, you know, stitching them. And I'm an artist too, and my name is Bibi Davidson.
Well, I just have to say this is remarkable work. There are so many details, so many things to find, to dive into in this work, and to have a visionary experience. I happen to know that some of these works are based on a book by Gustave Flaubert, which is called The Temptation of St. Anthony, and it is a hallucinatory experience that the saint has one night, and looking at these paintings and these installation pieces, you really see a sense of that vividness coming to life through Leonard's work, and the details are amazing.
Hi, I'm David Brooks, Leonard's husband, and I just want to say how proud I am of him, and how much emotion I think is conveyed and captured in all of his work, and why each piece really requires having somewhat of a relationship with it to experience what feelings and emotions are embedded in each of the pieces, particularly the stuffed paintings. So I'm very proud of him, and I'm just thrilled.
I think this is a great example of painting and how painting can be transformed into sculptures and eventually in installation. And I really think that contemporary painting should look just like this. This is so amazing, so beautiful, and yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's not that usual that I'm really thrilled about visual art, but this is like something that really makes me happy. So yeah.
What do I love about the show? I love the bursting juiciness of it all.
Firm and juicy. High impact.
We are Lynn's sisters, Pamela and Catherine, and to say that we are proud is the understatement of the century. We're overwhelmed with emotion, beyond proud, beyond measure of just delighting in seeing all of his hard work and creativity and ingenuity and genius being displayed and appreciated by everyone, not just, you know, his little world, but by everyone in the world. So that's just amazing. He's amazing.